120 is going to hold our position here at the runoff area.
Taking off runway 02, sisters.
So shoot for 140 on our climb speed, which is where we are. Go ahead, you can take it. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. Let's just head straight ahead. Kind of the way we're going, and then once we get over this little valley, we'll circle around the mountains.
Okay.
If it gets a bump, just level it. You know.
Yeah.
You got the trim wheel for up and down. If you need to trim, just trim it a little tiny bit.
Okay.
Forgot to turn my iPad on.
He's entering on a 45 for left downwind runway 02, sisters.
It's going a little bit bumpy.
Yeah. And we may just need to peel around, and I'll let you know. We might not be high enough to go over this deal yet.
Oh, okay. Cessna is definitely different.
When I got checked out in it, the guy told me, he goes, this is going to totally screw up.
120's on the left downwind for runway 02, sisters.
Going to totally,
and it will be a stop.
Going to totally screw up your speed perception.
God willing.
Going to screw it up for other planes. I said, that's okay.
That's good.
Let's go ahead and we'll circle around this little butte here. Just a gentle turn and keep climbing.
120 left base 02, sisters.
Hopefully I get you on this one.
Luckily it's a good day outside.
Yeah. Nice and clear. And this is Isaiah, in case I forget.
Yeah.
So they made 179 planes in the mid-'80s. This is a 1984. And this one was French Air Force trainer plane. Most of them were that. You can continue circling around. We'll go back around the mountains unless it gets too rough. And it was used up until 06 as the last maintenance date that I can see in my logs. I've got all the logs and they're all in French. So,
hey Brian,
some things you
go
can.
ahead. Yeah, we have some more kids show up, so if you want to do some more kids flying, we have kids available. I didn't understand any of that, but Chris was nodding.
So like, you can't do...
We're going to exit and take the parallel taxiway.
So anyway, I'm not sure I'm hearing you very well, but Yeah, it was the logs are all in French, so you could pick up dates and oil changes and that kind of stuff. Major, like a new engine, you can figure that out. Let's head straight here, and we'll get over this little ridge.
Okay. So like,
and then they put them in storage in a big container, a big hangar, climate-controlled hangar for about 10 or 12 years. And
Sisters Malibu, we're 8 miles due south, descending through 7,300 inbound for 02, Sisters.
yeah.
Sisters traffic 61 Lima is crossing approach side of 02 to the run-up area, Sisters.
And then they
Sister traffic Highlander is heading left downwind on 45 for 02, Sisters.
offered them for sale. And the guy I got it from, he bought 16 of them. Had to go over there.
Unicom. Click your mic 3 times for an advisory, 4 times for radio check.
All this is going to be on the video too. So anyway, he bought 16 of them, went over there for about 2 months with a couple guys and dismantled them, put them in containers and shipped them over. And that was in like late 17 or early 18. And they put, this was I think the third one they put together. And I think they've only put a few more. So he's only done less than half, I think, of the ones he got. And there was another...
Traffic 61 Lima's departing 02 with the left turn, Sisters.
There was another guy. Let's go a little to the right, just in case.
Traffic Highlanders on left downwind for 02, departing traffic heavy in sight, Sisters.
I just love how it interrupts us randomly.
Yeah. And so they bought, I think, about that same amount, 12 or 15, and are also putting them together. So there's, eventually there'll be 30, I think, in the U.S., and I don't believe that they're doing any more. Some of them are still active. There's a couple tiny countries that have them as, it is their Air Force. So like they have 2, and that is their Air Force planes.
Oh, wow.
So they're really tiny.
Sister Traffic Highlander is turning downwind to base for 02 lefty. Sisters.
Yeah, that's a pretty shot there.
Oh, I know. That's nice. You think you have good views of things, and all of a sudden you go in a plane.
Yeah.
You're like, wow.
Yep.
So, like, how long did it take you to get this plane?
He had it, and so I had a Bonanza, an A36 Bonanza, and had to get it sold. And so once I had it sold, I was over talking to him just about every other day till he agreed to sell it to me. So he's a funny guy. If you get AOPA or if you can get it online, there's a story about him. I think it's on the Tucano, Tucano. So he deals in those as well, brings them over and sells them. But it's a story about the guy. He's a big guy. He was an Olympian. He married an Olympian that your parents would probably remember. Mary Decker, she was a cross-country runner, and it was in the early 80s, and that's where he was competing as well, and I think the javelin.
Oh, that's great.
And so she kind of got a raw deal. I think somebody tripped her. Was kind of what the deal was to take her out of the lead. And so
that was really common in the 80s.
Yeah. Kind of like basketball, a foul was a foul. So yeah, go ahead and pull her back around, and we'll go on the other side of that South Sister.
These trees just look like little toothpicks.
Yeah.
I was over here, this area, just for camping.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, for a class that we were taking.
It's pretty remote though.
Oh yeah, it is. It was in fall, so it was really cold.
Oh.
But It sucked, but it was fine. I noticed the glacier right there.
Yeah.
Nothing like being in the air.
This is traffic over Bubbles, right base, turning for final 02 Malibu, Sisters.
Did he say over Bubbles?
Yeah, I heard that.
Is that a waypoint?
Maybe.
I never heard that.
Special waypoint.
Yeah.
So did you like move here recently, or is it like you've been here forever?
What was that?
Did you move here recently?
I was in Madras for a long, long time. Since the 7th grade. My folks moved there when I was 7th grade.
Oh yeah.
And then a couple years ago, well, about 4 years ago, got a piece of property, and then I built a house and a hangar and stuff. Been here about 2 years.
I've been here about 2.5 years, yeah.
And where'd you move from?
Longview, Washington.
Okay. I was just up there on, that's by Kelso, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I flew into Kelso on Thursday.
People say it's, Longview is just another Kelso, so.
Oh, okay. Small town then.
20,000 people.
Oh, that's not, yeah. I think Kelso's smaller than that.
So should I have been around here?
Yeah, just keep her turning around.
Little bumpy.
Yep.
So maintenance should be expensive with this, right?
It's considered experimental, so I could do some of the stuff myself, which anybody could do as far as oil changes and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was certified in France, and I'm gonna trim it down just a little. Slow down to get the gear down.
Oh, okay.
Gear down. Flaps down. Yeah, I think. Same, I'm gonna have to do a 360 as well. It's a little too hot.
Okay.
I was a little late on that.
Aye. Longer in the air.
All right, Sisters, traffic 5 Delta Hotel, base to final runway 2, Sisters. So come out of the sky if you wanted to.